News time.
News.
So, as we already know, Star Wars Day this week,
Yes.
4th of May, or May the 4th. I mean, saying 4th of May doesn't really work, does it?
No.
No. Doing it, when you do the date in the proper way, which
Yep.
is day, month, year,
Exactly.
don't care what part of the world you're in. It's the proper way to do it. But it doesn't really work for, it's 4th of May Day. 4th of May be with you.
I mean, that's probably how Yoda would say it, wouldn't it? Force the May.
May be with you.
Force the May be with you. I don't know.
Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. But as you can expect around this time of year, we get a bit of Star Wars news. We haven't got a lot, but obviously next year, Japan, Star Wars Celebration 2025.
Oh, yes.
And there have been some announcements this week of stars that will be appearing. Right, I've got a list. I've got 4 stars,
right,
quotations on my list.
Bunny ears.
I'm going to give you, for the first one on the list, I'm going to see if you can guess who you think might be there. Just give me one actor's name.
Mark Hamill.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Close, but not right.
Okay.
I'll give you a second guess. Someone who's...
Hayden Christensen.
No, I mean, he probably will be, but he's not. Anthony Daniels is the first one on the list.
Okay, right.
Yes, he was at everything.
Good for him. Yeah, that's true, actually. He is everywhere.
I'm surprised he didn't pop up in the Reading thing.
He might have been. Maybe he might have been in costume. I didn't
maybe.
Known.
No. He's been announced. Tamora Morrison has been announced and will be there. Doug Chiang will be there. You may not be familiar with Doug Chiang. Doug Chiang is most notably, he's a production designer among other roles, but his primary role is production design. And he was responsible for leading the production design on The Mandalorian and Ahsoka.
Excellent.
So he's very good at what he does. Very good. And also Ashley Eckstein. Ever heard of her?
Yes, she does the voice of Ahsoka in the Clone Wars.
Yes, she does. Well done. Well, all the animated stuff, actually. Clone Wars, Tales of the
Jedi. Yeah.
And Rebels.
Yes. I mean, there was a push to have her as the live actress in the Ahsoka series as well, but didn't pan out.
I'm not sure it carried the same oomph.
No.
I think her voice, obviously in the animated stuff, she's got a more childlike voice, shall we say.
Yeah.
It works well in that environment. I'm not sure in a live action. I think Rosario Dawson is a serious screen presence and
agreed.
Has the necessary clout. Not saying Ashley Eckstein couldn't have done that, but I think Rosario Dawson was a cracking pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, can't imagine anyone else doing a live action now.
No, not at all. Following on from that news about Star Wars Celebration 2025, tickets are on sale this week. Or actually, by the time this podcast goes out, they will be on sale.
Nice.
So if you want one, go and get one.
Okay.
It also means you get a trip to Tokyo. I mean,
I do want one.
That doesn't come as part of the ticket. But
no, that'd be a nice bonus.
Wow, I've got a one-day ticket. It costs me 80 quid and I get a free trip, to Japan with it.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it, for a flight to Japan? Return flight. No, you have to buy that separately, obviously. But along with that, I was talking to you last week about the merchandise.
Yes.
And I had my eye on some of it and thought it looked pretty damn cool.
Yeah, a fancy T-shirt.
Yes. Now, there might be a hitch with that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think it'll be a big hitch. So Star Wars are claiming, or StarWars.com at least, is claiming that if you buy a ticket for Star Wars Celebration now, you will get access to a limited edition range of clothes, of which I think those T-shirts are one of them, or you'll get early access to them. So you get basically, you've bought your ticket. Would you like to give us more money while you're here?
Yeah. You have bought the right to give us even more money.
Yes. It's one of those free and complimentary type things.
Yeah.
Oh, great. You've won an opportunity to buy more things.
Are you keen enough for that T-shirt to buy a ticket even though you can't go? Would you buy a ticket?
No, I just bought. It's like,
just so you can get access to the
T-shirt. Says my wife, oh, by the way, we're going to Japan. Why? I wanted a T-shirt. Oh, right. Okay.
But don't go. Just buy the ticket and then buy the T-shirt.
I don't know how much. Yeah, imagine that though. Imagine you bought like a 1-day ticket, like
Yeah.
whatever cheapest version of a ticket you can buy, a 1-day kids ticket.
Yes.
Which is actually, oh, hang on, you've sparked an idea here. This is not bad.
Yeah.
A 1-day kids ticket, which is not that expensive.
No,
I know it's
all
all relative, but let's say it's not that bad. Just so you can get access to the t-shirts and then buy.
Yeah, exactly.
T-shirts.
Do that.
No, I'll just wait. They're going to go on general sale. Let's face it.
Will.
They'll say they're limited edition, and they'll be like, "Oh, they're limited to 4 million."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yours is number 2,764,104.
I'm pretty sure if they think they can sell them, they will keep making them.
Indeed. Indeed. But anyway, if you want to do that, you be our guest.
Okay.
Be our guest. And that's about it for Star Wars stuff, other than the fact that it's May the 4th.
Yeah.
And there's no Star Wars content on Disney Plus as of, I think does it come out on May the 4th or 5th? Something. Was it on May the 4th, Tales of the Empire come out?
I think so.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come out on a Sunday, would it?
I think so. No, I mean, Friday's normally a good day for stuff, isn't it? So maybe it's the 3rd.
Maybe it comes out on the 3rd.
Maybe. We should really, really check these things before we start talking about them.
No. What'd be the fun in that?
Indeed. How we would have. Imagine if we just knew exactly what we were talking about. We would be far less entertaining.
May the 4th, apparently, in America at least.
That makes sense. Well, I mean, given that it's launching on a streaming service, it'd be weird if they didn't put it out everywhere else.
Well, it does happen.
Well,
they do time restrict things
sometimes, but not for something like Star Wars. Generally speaking,
probably not.
Generally speaking. Anyway, moving on to another Disney area, Marvel.
Yeah. Marvel.
Chris Hemsworth has been speaking to Vanity Fair this week.
Good for him.
Good for him. I know he's I don't know why, but they like to do these interviews from time to time.
Yeah.
And he's expressed some regrets about Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah, I think I did see this.
And I mean, I don't think if anyone who's listened to us before, I mean, we agree with him.
Yes.
He basically, and by the way, if you haven't heard us talk about Love and Thunder before, I don't know about you, Steph. I don't hate it because I don't hate anything.
Oh, no.
There's nothing that I hate.
You don't hate anything.
It's just bonkers.
It is. It's just too
massively over the top.
Too nuts.
But he has stated that he thinks he basically got a bit carried away and became a parody of himself.
Yeah.
Which is true. But
He's right.
You can't. It's hard, isn't it? Because you can't. How much can you put on him? And surely most of the content of that film, you've got to be like, Taika, come on, mate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rein it in.
Yeah, he's responsible for the direction and that culture of that movie making, and
absolutely,
his job is to get the actors to buy into that.
Indeed.
So
it should also be stated he was also responsible for Ragnarok, which I think is the best of the movies. In fact,
it definitely is
one of the best Marvel movies, quite frankly, in my opinion.
Definitely.
So huge credit where it's due for that.
There should have been someone reining him in on that one, though.
Yeah, I mean, there should have been someone with a hand on the scales, just being like,
yeah.
I know.
Are we going too far? Maybe
it's hard because we do moan sometimes that someone's got their hand on the scales too much. So
we're just hard to please.
We are very hard. Whatever you do, we will find faults in it. So
of course,
just don't bother. Just don't bother.
Don't even try because we'll make fun.
One of the things getting back to Chris Hemsworth and away from Taika Waititi, one of the things he did say in his interview as well was that he's a bit confused. He's wondering what he doesn't get calls for serious parts. So he's
really confused about that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe not confused, but because he's a megastar, isn't he?
Yeah, but not for serious roles.
Yeah, but exactly. But I guess he's pretty similar to Chris Pratt, I guess. They're just a bit too good at the comedy stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Where he names specifically Tarantino and Scorsese, and he's just like, I don't get.
They're not casting him in anything.
No, I mean,
anytime.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. He's just too good at the comedy stuff, and not only that, like he's an absolute unit.
Yeah, exactly.
he's 6'3", must be anywhere between, depending on what sort of shape he's in, anywhere between like 15 and 18 stone.
Oh yeah, easily.
He's a large human being, so
he's not going to be on a screen with Joe Pesci talking gangster stuff, is he?
No, you wouldn't have thought so. You would not have thought so.
It's not going to happen.
But I don't know. I'd be interested. I don't know. Are there any parts? Any parts you'd like to see him? Like things like. But if you think Scorsese does some more light-hearted stuff, doesn't he? But like, he's not going to be. I mean, Scorsese's got his actors, isn't he? That's what he best.
Oh yeah,
I could definitely see him in a Tarantino movie.
Well, I suppose.
And obviously, the part would have to be.
Yeah,
I could see him. I'd put it this way: I could see him playing. If you think about recent Tarantino movies, you think about like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I could have been in that.
The Brad Pitt character in that.
Yeah, he could have been in.
Don't get me wrong; it might be slightly different, but I could see Chris Hemsworth doing something like that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
we'll see.
But I mean, why is he lamenting that? He's made his fortune through his comedy work.
I think it's quite nice. It's not all about the money, is it?
No,
not all about the money. I know. I'm not saying it's nice that he's depressed about stuff, but it's nice that he's showing a different side. He's quite interesting. I don't know if you watched. He did a series for National Geographic called Limitless.
No,
it would definitely popped up on your home screen and gone, do you want to watch this? Watch it.
Probably.
Watch it.
Yeah.
You watch something with Chris Hemsworth, watch this. And it's all about him basically finding ways to improve his health and stuff. And a lot of it's about stress. And he's very, he does a lot of self-reflection and he's very, very critical of himself. So yes, I think he went very hard on himself after Love and Thunder, because I think he kind of appreciated that maybe they'd gone away from some of the better work that had been done with that character.
No, that's fair enough. And I guess we should applaud him for wanting to broaden his range a bit, and why not? But I think asking a crowd, an audience to buy into that is going to take quite a well-written movie.
Yeah.
I mean, someone like Chris Pratt, I could think, could turn up in as a villain, in a sort of a twist. A bit like, did you see that Robin Williams film, 1 Hour Photo?
I think I have seen that.
He plays a villain in that. He develops photos in like a Snappy Snaps kind of place.
Super Snaps.
So, yeah.
Those were the days, weren't they?
Oh, man.
Come back from your holidays. Put your film in.
Yeah, get it back. Horrifically disappointed.
Yeah.
Nothing turned out how you thought.
That's out of focus. Oh, they're missing half their head. Oh,
blurry.
The fingers over that one.
Yeah, that's my thumb.
Yeah.
Underexposed.
Maybe they weren't such good old days.
That's the floor.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a great example of a typically comedic actor breaking out of his box and doing something incredibly different and it working really well. And I think it actually being him made it creepier as a villain. And I could see Chris Pratt doing something like that, but
maybe
I can't imagine a Chris Hemsworth villain.
And it's a harsh criticism of Chris Hemsworth, but he's just too good looking.
Well, exactly.
He's far too good looking to be
He can't be a grizzled Brooklyn gangster or...
I don't know. Well, he's not going to do... I don't think he's about to do any mafia films.
No.
Scorsese does plenty of other things other than that. And, I mean, Tarantino definitely does. I could see him in a Western or something like that. Definitely in a Western.
I think he'll just stand out too much.
Must just be too good looking. Get rid of that good looking prick.
Yeah. Needs to get a few scars, a bit of acne or something. Just, blemish yourself a bit.
He is in the new Furiosa film.
Oh, okay. Well,
so see what it looks like. I think in that, if I'm right in saying he's either let himself go terribly or he's got some prosthesis going on.
Oh, right. He's got some jowls.
We shall see when we get around to that.
The other problem with Chris Hemsworth is if you want him to do a broader movie, you just get one of his brothers to do it.
Cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, cheaper.
They're not as good looking, so they don't stick out like a sore thumb.
Exactly. More likely to pass for a non God of Thunder.
Like just calling Liam Hemsworth agent. Like, why have you asked for Liam then? Well, we really like Chris, but we want someone who doesn't look as good because they just
we want the less pretty one.
Yeah,
it's going to work better.
Exactly. Oh, but anyway, hopefully Chris Hemsworth. It'd be nice if he had some luck one of these days, wouldn't it?
Well, I want him to be satisfied and enjoy his work for sure.
He's done well out of life, I think.
He deserves happiness. I mean, I'm sure he's millions of pounds and beautiful girlfriends and all that stuff are probably ample compensation for the joy he's given the world.
I think he's probably quite happy.
Yeah,
or at least he should be.
I mean, he's welcome to trade places at any point. I'll just say it now.
Just say it now. Come on. If you could do it like a mind swap.
Yeah, like a Prince and the Pauper type thing.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
That would be lovely
for a few weeks.
Yeah. Oh man, I would ruin his body if he gave it to me. Can you imagine? When he gets it back, he's like, "The fuck is this beer belly?"
It's like, what have you been eating?
You know that Thor from is it the Guardians of the Galaxy film or something? Where he's like really fat.
Oh no, yeah, from Avengers.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, Avengers, yeah. That's how I'd make him in real life.
Not Infinity War, Endgame. Sorry,
Endgame. Yeah. That's what I'd do to him.
Yeah,
beer, pizza, video games.
Guys,
he hands over his body. I'm like, what do I need to do to maintain this physique? And he gives me his regime of like, I'll do 400 push-ups every morning. Like, not doing that.
No, not for me, mate.
How long can I go before it becomes noticeable that I've let myself go?
A day.
A day? No.
Not exercise today.
His physique must be good enough to stay like that for a couple of weeks.
You got a couple of weeks. You got a couple of weeks. You can
have a blowout for a couple of weeks.
A deload week.
Deload.
What's that mean? Technically a deload week is still exercising. You just lift lighter weights.
Okay. What's not exercising called?
Loafing.
Deloafing. Deloafing. Okay. I'll go on a 2-week hardcore deloafing regime.
Good. Anyway, let's move off of poor old Chris Hemsworth. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Out in the not too distant future.
Excellent.
And it's not really news because we know about that. But Sean Levy, or I don't know if he's Levy or Levi, to be honest. I think it's Levy. He has been doing an interview with the Associated Press. And interestingly enough, given that this is the third Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
And about the 400th Wolverine movie.
Yes.
He has stated that you don't need to do any homework before you go in.
Oh, right. Okay.
And by that, I assume he means you can enjoy the film without... I mean, he's going to say that because he's trying to sell it. But he's very confident about the fact that you can go into the movie and enjoy it without any prior knowledge.
Okay.
Which, given the trailers I've seen, I think he's probably right. I'd imagine there's going to be a fair few like Easter eggs in there for...
There will be.
Given the fact we've got the Time Variance Authority featured, you've got Wolverine from a different dimension, you've got Deadpool from different dimensions, you've got all that sort of stuff going on. A little bit of knowledge might go a long way.
Well, yeah, it's a good point. You know, if you haven't seen Loki and the other Marvel movies and so on, then, you know, he's saying you're not going to be disadvantaged. But I guess it's written in such a way that you just accept whatever you see. And for those of us that know, we give a little knowing nod. But like, yes, tip of the hat to you.
There's people like other fake laughing to signal that I know this. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. I know.
See what they've done there. Yeah. Great reference.
God, it's so good. Just honestly, so good.
Yeah.
Brilliant, guys. Brilliant. But yeah. Anyway, don't need to know anything before you go into that. So erase yourself. And talking of erasing.
Oh.
A film out in a few weeks' time called The Exorcism.
Oh, right.
Starring Russell Crowe.
Really?
Really. Now, there's a few things going on here. One, it's weird. We talked, I can't remember the last week or a couple of weeks ago, about typecasting.
Yes.
Now, Russell Crowe brought a film out last year, which was called The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's already been in an Exorcist film.
He was in an Exorcist film last year.
Well, that's weird.
And he's now in a film called The Exorcism. So I don't know whether he's just taking a bit of a turn in his later years. So it's out on June the 21st, and it follows the making of an Exorcism movie. Interestingly,
as in the old William Friedkin Exorcist.
Well, I think it's part of it. Yeah, it's basically like, it looks to me. I've only seen one trailer, but it looks like they're basically, a lot of it hinges around a film set, and it kind of plays on the idea of like people who are around or involved in the making of the film end up being impacted by the things they're making it about.
Right. Okay.
A bit like, well, I think the original Exorcist, apparently there were crew members who were affected and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. So like a cursed movie set.
Quite. Yes. Yeah. Very much along those lines. So yes, that looks like it might be interesting. But one great thing about it already that I can see, it's only 93 minutes long.
Oh, love it.
Oh, palatable.
Movie. Yeah. No big investment.
No. And also another great thing about it, I don't know if you're aware of this actor. He's called David Hyde Pierce.
Yes, I know that name. I definitely know that name.
Would you like me to sing to you? It might jog your memory.
Sing? Yeah, sing.
Oh, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Oh, okay. Niles.
Scrambled eggs.
He's Niles Crane.
He is Dr. Niles Crane.
Yes.
And he was fantastic in Frasier. I loved it. Just what a character.
I just love all of Frasier.
Yes, mama. So he's in it as a priest. So
you don't see him in much.
No, you don't. But he features very heavily in the trailer. So we shall see. See.
That's almost enough to make me watch it.
Yes, indeed. I think it's got a lot of promise. I'll be honest, it's weird with stuff like that, and I think we've discussed this before. I don't believe in supernatural things at all.
No.
Like, it's just, I know there's people out there that do, and I'm not shitting on your dreams, but it just doesn't.
You're a terrible Catholic.
It doesn't mean anything to me at all. I'm an atheist Catholic.
The worst kind.
I'm an awful Catholic. But films like that
they get to you.
Oh, they do. They shake me up a little bit. But again, that's kind of the point of them, I guess. Otherwise,
yeah. Well, it's just enough to just engage a bit of your brain that you don't normally use to think about the daily world.
Indeed.
I think it's because, having said that, you're terrified of aliens, but things like that I find are so out there that, okay, the film might be a bit tense or dramatic, but I'm not going to go away and be like, oh, holy shit, I'm going to get attacked by a xenomorph.
No.
But something like Supernatural, although it's just as fake as aliens, when you come away from it, it's a little tiny bit of you that maybe thinks like, oh, it could be something going on.
I could take two routes home. One is walking down a well-lit street, or one is walking past that graveyard. Which one should I take?
It's just a little something in your brain for the supernatural.
Indeed.
I think. And I do think
the graveyard's probably safer. This the street with
the street with all the hoodies on it.
Youths on it.
Damn youths. That's it. I mean, like you, I don't believe in the supernatural, but I do think in terms of like our visible spectrum, what we know there are things our eyes can't see and can't perceive, even compared to other animals and things. So I do think there's something in that
until
could be going on. Till you've had 10 beers deep, and then you can
everyone who ever tells me they've seen a ghost, it almost starts with, I was leaving the pub one night.
Ghosts only appear to drunk people. Everyone knows that.
I mean, it never happens when you're taking the bins out at night or something like that.
Or like the middle of the day, when you're in broad daylight. Well, what do the ghosts sleep all day? Are they nocturnal?
They are very much nocturnal.
And ghosts are always like Victorian people. You never get a ghost from like 3 years ago or something.
Someone died 95 years ago.
Yeah.
Hang on. People die every day.
Yeah.
Multiples, like lots.
Imagine a ghost's like, I'm Steve. I was in a car crash yesterday. I'm a ghost now.
I'll come back. I know. I could tell you exactly whose fault it was.
Yeah.
You don't need your dash cam. It's all mate.
Could you go to the police, tell them I saw the guy that broad swiped me?
Quite.
That's more realistic.
Indeed.
More modern ghosts. That's what we need.
More modern ghosts. Come on, guys, up you go.
Come on, Hollywood.
Right, okay. So that's about it for news this week. Not really a lot else to report, quite frankly. Not a huge amount going out. I think there'll be a lot more in weeks to come because obviously we've got quite a few releases coming up. Which is one I've just mentioned. But yeah, I think in weeks to come where we can go and watch some new releases, particularly superhero and sci-fi stuff. Some exciting weeks ahead. June's a big month.
Well, next week we can review Phantom Menace as well as Tales of the Empire Episode 1.
I'll take the latter of those if you want. If we're going to split the workload, I will get the latter.
Gladly. Actually, do we know if they're dumping the whole series in one go or if it's a weekly thing for Tales of the Empire?
I will have a look.
Let's have a look.
We will find out on Friday, I guess.
We will.
If they're dumping or not. So they're about to take a big dump all over our dreams.
Oh, they'll be doing that, all right.
Indeed. Right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's come back in a minute, and you can tell us all about the Tomorrow War.
Okay. Oh, he's clicked. I'm off the hook.
No, I haven't stopped yet.
Oh no! I was going to take you an extra few